Hi everyone, you're probably here because you're having some anxiety or some panic or even a panic attack. So that's why first of all I want you to breathe a bit. So breathe in and out and in and out and in and out. So do you realize that you're breathing? So that means in its essence that you're gonna be okay. It's quite weird and I'm putting the standard quite low, but in fact you're gonna be okay. I hope you're feeling a bit better right now, and if not, then it's okay, because the good part is still coming. The things that you're feeling right now, I would like to explain them, so hear me out a bit. So the things that you're feeling right now, I would explain them as these firefighters, and these firefighters are on your shoulders, and they're always looking at the world, and looking as you are looking at the world, they are also watching and looking for dangers. So these firefighters, and you have these three types: you have anxiety, you have panic, and you have the fear itself. So you have these three kind of firefighters. But the thing is, their only function is to see and to analyze if something is dangerous or not. And if they see something dangerous, they push this button. You should see that they slam this button, and what this button does, it releases all these chemical reactions that your body changes. So if you're interested in it, and you can realize that this is not something scary but something very cool, is that our body is able to transform when this button is pressed. And what you're feeling right now are these symptoms. You have this probably some foggy feeling, your hands go numb, your heart begins to race, you feel like you can't breathe. These are all things, even though they may not feel like it at first sight, they're there really to get you out of that situation. And that's something very important, is that all these symptoms and the pressing of that button, it's all to get you out of a situation, a dangerous or bad situation. So that is the core principle behind these mechanism, behind these firefighters, is they push that button, and what you physically literally transform to be able to get out of a situation. And how is this now relevant to your situation, and why can this help you? Well, because your button probably got pushed, but the thing is, so this is a very cool and very good mechanism, because it literally saves our lives. But the problem is with some people, and also with me, is that these firefighters, they're quite shit at their job. And I'm sorry to say this, but they press this button very often and too quick, and in situations that are not dangerous at all. So what happens is these guys, they see something that they find and they analyze as dangerous, but it's in reality it's not. But then they press the button anyway, and you get this same transition, this same chemical reaction of fear, and that you have to get out of the situation, and it's just to protect you. But the thing is, there is no real danger, and that is what we call a panic attack. You see, so if you're having this right now and you're feeling fuck, everything, that my world is imploding, the thing is that this button is pushed. But it also means it's a chemical reaction, so it's also going to get better. It's just like, you can literally see this at this moment. It's like the button is pushed, and at this moment it's a bit chaos, but it goes over, because it's literally like a temporary process that you can change to get out of that situation, but after that it will go away. So no worries, it's really going to be okay. But if you understand this right, so at this moment, probably, and how I think what happens, even though I do not know your situation, is that something triggered you out of your past, and something that these firefighters saw, and they thought, well, fuck, this is dangerous, we'll have to push the button. And that very often it's a trigger from our past, something that a child, the younger self in the past, they saw something and they couldn't process it, and there was nobody to reassure them, so that's why it became a trigger. But that's something maybe in another video that I can explain later. So, but you probably had some trigger, and it can be very small, but suddenly these firefighters, they saw, fuck, shit, this is dangerous. And they push that button really, really hard, even though in reality it may not be dangerous. But for you, for those firefighters, it was very real, the danger. And that's why you're feeling this anxiety right now, because in its essence, and that's why I want you to realize, and if you forget all of it at this moment, just listen right now. First of all, breathe, and second of all is these firefighters and this anxiety and these symptoms that you're feeling right now are there to protect you. And I'm very serious, is that even though they feel crazy and they feel awful, and they're really there to protect you, because let me explain. For example, in my situation, I got this foggy brain, and for years I hated it because I felt it coming. I felt this fog coming in my brain, and then I thought, shit, it's there again. But the thing is that I realized is that if I am present in a bad situation, what this does is that these firefighters make my brain go foggy, and it's because it gets me out of that situation. I know it's a bit of an abstract concept, but if you're in a situation, what this foggy feeling does is it gets you mentally out of that situation. So in a way, it's also the same principle. It's getting you out of that bad situation. So if the situation is that bad that you really physically cannot get out, then your body will protect you and get you mentally out of that situation. And that's what I call a foggy feeling, a foggy brain. And if you're not really following, you can see it the same as often people, well, not often, but if you're in really intense pain, like really torture level pain, your body, you can pass out. And this is also the same mechanism. It's the same principle of protecting you. It's your body protecting you from a really bad situation. And that's why you pass out. It's just a protection mechanism. And the same, all these feelings that you're feeling right now is the same principle. So why is this relevant, and why should this help you? Well, the thing is that if you realize this, and if you really understand the firefighters behind you, you realize that these firefighters are there to protect you. So you shouldn't be afraid of the firefighters there, and you shouldn't be afraid of the anxiety or of the panic, of the fear, of the stress. You shouldn't be afraid of them, because in its essence, they're all there to protect you. So that's why I can truly say you're gonna be okay in life, and I can say, and I also know without knowing your situation that you're gonna be okay. You know why? Because I know that there are many firefighters behind you, watching over you and protecting you. So the anxiety and the panic is not the big evil. They may feel like it, but it's not. They're really, really, really there to protect you. And that's also why I know that you're going to be good and you're going to be safe. And you're never alone. Because there are always these firefighters, there's always this mechanism protecting you. And if you have some questions, just message me, If this video is too complicated and too crazy, and then just message me, and I will gladly explain it to you and in another way. You can see me as a sort of professor for panic attacks. Not because I'm a psychologist or I'm learned in this stuff, but I have experienced in this stuff. And the thing is the big advantage is I found a way to deal with them. Not that I solve them, not that they're gone, but I found a way that I can make them smaller and less dominant in my life. Even though they sometimes pop up and they go crazy again, and because these firefighters push the button again, it happens. It will keep happening. But the thing is, it won't control my life anymore. And I found a way. And how found I a way? Not by myself. I had professionals, psychologists, experts, professors explaining me these tips. And if you understand your own body, and that's maybe the core principle, understanding your own mind, your own emotions, and that they're there to protect you, can get you a very, very long way in life. And that's why we're here. I'm trying to teach you about emotions, about life, about why these emotions are there and what they're trying to do. And if you're listening and if you understand, then hopefully you can see that they're not that bad. Text me, reach out, or if you're just happy with this video and this was enough, great. Then also let me know. It would be nice, just to hear that somebody out there got help by this video. But okay, see you next time. Ciao.